Composer, I don't know if you remember, I've supported you in the past when people were saying, get off YouTube because of your theories about BPD and serial murders. On that, by the way, let me say that, you know, I supported you and defended against that get off YouTube kind of vibe. But I didn't support you because I think what you say is correct all the time, or you know, anything along those lines. And it's not because I think, you know, you're wholesome. I don't believe in wholesome. If I see something wholesome, I'm suspicious. People going for wholesome, to me, I've seen, tend to be passive aggressive, and it's not so wholesome. So yet we all have an element of that precious aspect of what we like to call wholesome. We all have something like that. So we're mixtures. My defense has been because I think you and everybody, it's of value to tell the stories, and somebody that's gone through what you've gone through, yeah, especially so. But this video is interesting in many ways. I mean, I see one element is that people turn on the camera and think that they have to be lecturing, and it's always how to, and how to, you know, how to deal with the narcissistic personality, when really they probably should be asking questions. If the only way you know of dealing with a narcissistic personality is to threaten or be violent, then you don't know how to deal with them. You know, you need to be asking, hey, I don't know how to deal with them. It always comes down to violence. That's the failure mode. You can't give that as advice. Not everybody is as big as you. Not everybody is in the position or can risk the things you're willing to risk. It's bad advice. And it's not going to work either, because if you threaten somebody's dog, that's not cool. And it's just going to look like that guy was right to be picking on you. Yeah, did you already say about the dog? You know, it's overreaction. It's considered overreaction, and it is overreaction. You should be seeking ways instead of telling people. It's really inappropriate what you advise. And you're wrong. A narcissistic personality does not justify you treating that person as some sort of a demon and demonizing them. Remember, if they have a personality disorder, that's an explanation of why they're such a jerk. And they're a victim, and actually, if anything, would deserve some sympathy. Oh, but they're assholes. Well, who said people with mental issues, diagnosable or not, are not assholes? So you need to find a different way. And I really object to you offering as advice all this stuff mixed with violence. And in my book, you can't say, well, I'm not going to do it, because you also say in that video, it's like you confess to taking knives and threatening and even cutting people. That's not cool, nor legal, nor anything like that. And you really should be working to not even having violent thoughts about them. That's really the success mode, is not, I can get violent and scare them into this and that. You're just playing their game, and I think you're going to lose it that way as well. It's just not an acceptable goal, an endpoint of how something can be dealt with. There are ways to deal with them less violently, and I agree that you have to come back when you're insulted right away. You can't just wait and stew on it. Later it'll give them the upper hand. But you should not make any violent intonations at all. That's a failure mode. I don't believe in taking videos down, but that was my reaction when I first saw this video, that you should take it down. And I don't think you should take it down, but I do think you should recant or clarify. I think that you should sit in yourself, not convince us, but yourself, that you're looking for a better path than that your success mode is in a better space, and that you don't advocate violence, because you did advocate violent attitudes and violent rhetoric and even violence in that video. And you know, I think it's important for you to share your perspective, but this is a very painful, sad one that needs some meditation.